Hey guys, I'm gonna share a story with you. I've been at this job for almost 4 years, but I used to be a site manager at a really big industrial business. Let me show you this. Okay, this is a JCB. Okay, it's called a track hoe. I called it, but it's an excavator. You know, and they call it a track hoe back in the day because of it dig holes. Well, let's go back to the story. Like I say, I used to be, see if we got any more light, but I used to be an operations manager over a pretty good large facility. But this story was funny. I was friends with the driver manager. The driver manager, he handled the driving department, but I operated and handled all the machinery. We unloaded industrial trash. It took a big track hose. Actually, we had about 6 of those to keep up with 425 people at an industrial plant that they was grinding up stuff, making metal and all that was a fine ground up metal that we were selling. Well, we had 450 employees, and we run 24 hours a day around the clock, 7 days a week, the company did. But to haul the trash off, we had big equipment like that and bigger. That's a JCB 220. We had a John Deere 380. We had a 210 John Deere. We had a 75 John Deere. And we had like a 85 John Deere. Then we had grinders. We had grinders that was $1.5 million. But anyways, to make a long story short, that thing that I call a track hoe, we was doing a job interview, and this little lady, she was a little colored lady, cute as can be. She's sweet, she's short, she had a little, looks like a doctor's smock on, or a nurse's smock actually. She come to the job interview, had a little pocketbook, look perfect for driving. Okay, we don't discriminate. We would hire a woman, we'd hire whoever, but you have to be able to operate and load yourself with this piece of equipment. And here's where we had the issue with, is she was at a truck driving school, and we was okay with that. She didn't have hardly any experience, but she said she wanted to be a yard jockey, moving trailers around. I said, and running local. I said, yes. The driver's manager said, well, what do you think, Chris? He said, well, we're going to, her name was Sugar. She called herself Sugar. But anyways, we brought her in for an interview. I said, Sugar, it's like this. You're perfect for the job. We needing help bad. And we done hired like 20 something people, but we needed at least 1 to 5 more just in case someone's quit, because it was a rough job. It's not a environmentally friendly business because of the grinding and the grabbing of the toxic waste that we considered not toxic, but the state considered it toxic because of the dust. It had aluminum powder and copper powder, and that's what was toxic. Aluminum and copper is toxic. But anyways, to make a long story short, Sugar, we said, Sugar, we're going to have to get you to operate this piece of equipment because you got to load yourself. Because we don't load you. There's not a man out there, you know. So she sat right there and she said, well, I can't load myself. I don't want to operate that. She wouldn't say track hoe. That grabber thing. She said, I can't operate that grabber thing. I said, well, Sugar, we have to have you tomorrow on Sunday because we're splitting doing the schedule. If you'll come into work, but you have to operate this piece of equipment. And she said, well, I can't. So, you know, we sad to say, you was a great opportunity missed here because you can't operate the grabber thing. It's got a pincher. What it does is the bucket comes down like this, and it's got a thumb. It grabs. It'll grab a hold of the garbage, pull it over in the truck, drop it, reach back, grab more garbage, boxes, pallets, go over, dump it in the truck. That's all you do all day. Then you drive to the landfill, and dump it, come back and do another one. Seems simple enough. But Sugar couldn't do it. She wouldn't operate no grabber things. But anyways, I got a few more stories on my job, and I'll let you know why I got fired, and so did the other manager, in another story. Let's just get through this one first.